Alright. Did it. I just got a new mic. Um, I'm gonna test it out today. I will be going over all of my knowledge of the FNAF lore. Completely from memory, I over the course of 10 years that I have been learning about this game, um, yeah, this can only go wrong, but yeah, let's just see what happens. So, start off, we got William Afton. Um, so William Afton wanted to. It started off as him just wanting to entertain people. He made his own characters. He made Spring Bonnie and Fredbear, and yeah, he spent a while just like working on that and like entertaining people. There was also like I don't know, Fall Fest or the Mimic. I don't know what that was about, but we'll get to that later, I'm sure. Um, so he eventually met a man named Henry Emily, and Henry. Um, uh, William didn't really like Henry, but so naturally they teamed up. I don't really get it, but they teamed up. Their partners. Uh, then so after they teamed up, uh, fuck, what happens next? Oh right, Fredbear's Family Diner. They got Springlock animatronics. Then William's son is getting bullied by William's other son, and then they shove Henry's son, not that the bully son, but the other son who is being bullied. They shove him into the Fredbear animatronic head, and the Springlocks. Springlocks are like this thing that when they get wet, they lock in and crush whatever is inside. So they jam his head inside of the Fredbear costume, and his head gets crushed. So he's dead now. He dies. And Michael is feeling bad, and William is feeling bad. Everybody's actually feeling terrible. So yeah. So at this point, William just goes full psychopath mode and blames Henry for what happened to his son because they were his creation. The Springlock animatronics were Henry's creation and design, so William blamed him for the death of his son and murdered Henry's daughter. He murdered Henry's daughter, and then this security puppet thing, another one of Henry's creation. I don't know. I guess Henry just really knew that William was probably mentally unstable, so he created this robot to protect his daughter, and it failed like badly. This thing really failed to just do its job. But eventually, this robot found the Henry's daughter Charlie's dead body, and Charlie's soul possessed the robot, and this robot was called the Marionette. And yeah, that was William Afton's first murder, for his first kill. After that, he just things just started going to shit. He started murdering kids. He created these fun time animatronics that were supposed to capture, like, lure in kids, and yeah, basically lure them in, trap them, and then kill them where nobody would be able to find the body. So he created those, and well, while this is going on, he also murdered like five other children. I think one of those children was really pissed off when they died. I don't really know. I feel like all of them should be, but one particular kid was unbelievable pissed, and we'll get into that later. So yeah, back to the fun times. William's daughter, Elizabeth Afton. Um, this man just couldn't keep it in his pants. But William's daughter was eventually left alone in a room with one of the fun times. Because let's be honest, William is a bad dad who can't look after his kids even when he knows the animatronics are dangerous. But yeah, his daughter walks into the room with one of the fun times. This fun time's name was Circus Baby, and yeah, Circus Baby went into murder mode and captured William's daughter, killed her, and then William's daughter went on to possess Circus Baby. William, the five kids that were murdered also went on to possess like these other animatronics, like the main Freddy animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, and also the Fredbear costume from Fredbear's Family Diner. That was the unbelievable piss child, and oh my god, I can't I can't do this. So those spirits of the the kids. William Afton was in the building one day, and then the kids were like, "Hey, that's the dude who did the thing," and then they chased him down. He was like scared shitless. He was like, I mean, there was like five ghosts after him. What do you do about that? So he ran inside of the Spring Bonnie costume, and thought he was safe in there. He thought he was safe, so he started laughing. He like laughed at the kids, like being cocky because they couldn't get to him. And then the spring locks collapsed, crushing his entire body in the spring lock suits, killing William Afton. So by this point, the kids were just like, "All right, well, job's done. He's dead." And then they left. Um, so yeah, the bloody suit was left in there by Henry Emily for about 30 years, I'd say, I think. Um, and uh, William's son, his bully son, not the son that died, he started looking for William because he's like, "Hey, oh, what the hell?" And my father's gone, so he starts looking at different pizza locations in search of his dad, and he's like not getting a clue. Like he doesn't know where he is. Eventually, like they go into a place called Fazbear's Frights, which is like 30 years down the line. He gets a job at Fazbear's Frights, like a place that collects relics from the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and eventually he sees the spring locked Spring Bonnie like rotting, and he puts together somehow that is his father, and his father is not completely dead. He is still alive in there. His corpse. He basically he becomes Springtrap, and basically he's like a furry zombie. I guess that's the best way to describe Springtrap. Just a furry zombie. Yeah. And Yeah, Springtrap, he's a dick, so he just tries to kill Michael, and yeah, um, wanting to finish off his father, he lights the place on fire, burning Springtrap, and finishing off the game franchise once and for all. Psych. Uh, no. Springtrap lives. He survives the one thing that can literally kill him, and he goes on, and yeah. So another, I don't know, like maybe like 1 minute down the line. I don't really know where this goes on the timeline. Pizza Simulator. Um, Michael is so fucking mad that his plan didn't work. So Henry is back in the picture now. He just spawns in out of nowhere and he's like, hey, let's lure in all of the remaining spirits and destroy every last one of them in one big fire. And yeah, so he Henry creates this whole death trap that is supposed to contain um, oh yeah, I skipped over sister location. Let's go back a little bit. So at some point before Michael starts applying for like jobs at different pizzerias, he eventually stumbles across the sister location in the fun times that William created, and he tries helping them because he sees them as like troubled spirits and stuff. So he tries helping them, but the fun times end up tricking them, destroying themselves and rebuilding themselves into one big amalgamation. And yeah, they climb inside of his body and uh, walk around to the surface like he's some sort of meat puppet, and then he later just vomits them up and still lives for some reason, making Michael just a walking uh, pile of skin. So yeah, that happens. Um, so yeah, that the amalgamation that went inside him is now out and about. It is just wandering now. I don't know what it's doing. It's just wandering, and eventually, Circus Baby, the one that killed Elizabeth Afton, was ejected from the amalgamation, the main four, and was on her own now. She rebuilt herself into what is now referred to as Scrap Baby, and yeah, the amalgamation thing, which is called Ennard, by the way. It's called Ennard. It rebuilt itself as well, and it looks really ugly. But yeah, so back to the death trap thing. Ennard, Circus Baby, the marionettes, and Afton are all trapped inside of this big box, and yeah, it gets lit on fire, and Michael often also is chill with this. He decides to stay behind, and also Henry. Everybody just dies. So, and that's basically where it ends, you know? Like, William Afton, after getting burnt alive in the fire, goes to his own personal hell, where he is basically forced to endure endless death and constantly getting murdered and murdered all over again by animatronics. And this entire hell is created by the unbelievabist child that William killed. This child throughout the entire game keeps saying that I'm the one you shouldn't have killed, like, and I'm over here like I don't think he should have killed anybody, to be honest. Like that's kind of selfish of you. But yeah, that's going on. Like William is now in an internal hell, constantly getting killed over and over, and that's where the story ends. Psych again. That is not where the story ends. In fact, that is only where the story just begins, and now it is time for the story to actually get complicated. So, following that, you remember the mimic from that one thing that I mentioned at the very start that basically was just kind of there. Well, it actually is an animatronic that is designed to copy the actions of others, and it decides to actually copy the actions of William Afton. It decides to replicate them and starts going on a killing spree of its own. Um, at this point, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza decided to develop their own little VR game to hide the mistakes of the past, and this the mimic uh, creates this virus or something that infects this game, and uh, it it turns everything evil or something, and it sure does happen. In, in comes security breach. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to introduce like 5 new characters. Alright. So Gregory, let's start with him. Or should I? Should I start with Gregory? Oh my god. So Gregory, he's a little shit. Yeah, he's this evil little robot kid who murders several animatronics, which sounds like a good thing, and now that I say it out loud, oh my god, I can't with this. So the mimic is terrorizing customers or something. I don't really know what it does. It's spreading its virus throughout this the mega pizzaplex that Freddy Fazbear's Pizza just built on a whim, and it's turning all the robots evil, and also the main protagonist is evil. Except one, Freddy is a good guy. He's actually really chill. He's like an actual, genuine homie. Um, the glitch trap virus mind controls one of the staff at the pizzaplex and turns her into a killer rabbit, just like William After, and uh, and Gregory, the evil protagonist, has to stop her, and yeah, so he does that. He busts down a couple animatronics, um, and frees the staff from their mind control thing, and they team up. Yep, and the entirety of the Pizzaplex is destroyed for some reason. That does it get destroyed in the re-abandoning? What happened to it? I'm just now putting that together. What the hell happened to it? But yeah, in comes Ruin. The thing, the Ruin. Oh yeah, Gregory has a friend, Cassie. He has like a little friend, and yeah, um, this friend gets a call, a text or something from Gregory saying that he's trapped inside of the Pizzaplex and he needs his help. Cassie eventually stumbles across a walkie-talkie to communicate with Gregory, which is kind of strange that she needs this, considering the fact that Gregory called her or messaged her earlier, so they should be able to just communicate without the walkie-talkie. I don't know, minor plot hole, but yeah. Um, Cassie goes throughout the Pizzaplex in Shambles. I can't even speak anymore. In Shambles, she goes throughout the Pizzaplex. She faces off against the animatronics. She finds Gregory, and god damn it, it was a god dang lie. The mimic was luring her in using Gregory's voice because the mimic can do that. I mean, it's called the mimic, of course, it can mimic voices. I don't really know what the function in that of that is in entertaining children, but yeah, it can do that. So it mimics Gregory, lures her in, and one chase scene later, Cassie's in an elevator, and the mimic is just I don't know. I don't know what the mimic is doing. It's kind of just screwing around. But Gregory, the real Gregory, gets on the phone, and Cassie's just like, "Ayo, what the hell is going on?" And then Gregory's like, "I'm gonna kill you now." Yeah, remember when I said he's evil? Yeah, he's evil. He oh god. He drops the elevator that Cassie is in, having her fall presumably to her death. I don't know. They might make another game in the future where we play as Cassie again, and she turned out to have actually survived the fall. But yeah, that happens. The mimic is just vibing. Gregory's evil. The Cassie is presumed dead, and in comes Help Wanted 2 to make the lore more confusing than it already is. In Help Wanted 2, we play as the Bonnie Man from the from back when Fredbear's back when the son of William Afton got his head lunged into the mouth of the Fredbear mouth, and one of the friends of Michael Afton plays a role, like the guy from the Bonnie Mask. He plays a role now, and he turns out to, I think he's like Cassie's father or something. So that's, I guess, important. He works at Freddy's, and Vanny swaps places with him. This lore is stupid. I give up.